Hiya! And welcome back to not welcome back. And welcome to Remember the Flowers. I know quite literally nothing about this game, and the stream's already shitting itself. Nice. There we go. It's like slowly recovering. There we go. Oh, fuck. I spoke too soon. Let's not waste any more time. I haven't even heard of this game until maybe a couple weeks ago. I'll mention it. So let's just hop right in. Hey, he's losing a lot of blood. Are you sure it's a good idea to just leave him? Of course not. We can't go back to the inn vehicle while all of those guards are around. But we can at least... It'll be fine. We'll just keep him covered. Hey, help me move those crates. What? I feel like I'm slipping in and out of consciousness. Where am I? Why can't I open my eyes? Hey, don't worry. You'll be okay. Who? Shh. Just rest. We'll be back soon. I can feel him lift my head and wrap something tight around it, before placing something soft between me and the wall behind me. That'll have to do for first aid, okay? Let's move out. Right. Wait, where are you going? Where? Something hard hits my forehead, causing me to jerk my head up. If my lectures are so boring, feel free to leave. I look at my desk. He threw a chalk stick at me. We're on the third row of the lecture hall, too. I don't know if I should be impressed or annoyed. Maybe I'm a little bit of both. Sorry, sir, I must have dozed off. I don't need you to tell me that. As a doctor, I'd hope not, I muttered to myself. What was that? Nothing. And with that, my professor scoffs and turns back to the board, pulling a new stick of chalk from a box. What a geezer. Chapter 1. Oh, freedom. I pick up the bit he threw at me. If I had some more confidence in my aim, I'd throw it right back at him. Hey, I know what you're thinking. I turned to my right, to Diana. You always seem to. It's not worth it. I know, but you can get back at him by proving yourself on the upcoming test. Yeah, I forgot about that. The past few nights have been kind of a blur on account of... Were you up practicing again? Maybe. Diana sighs at that, to which I grimace. You know, you really nailed your impression of my mom. Well, what do you expect? You stay up all night every night. Who wouldn't be concerned about that? I know. She's right, as much as I don't want to admit it. Sorry, I'm still adjusting to this new program, and I'm trying to figure out how to weave in my own personal projects. Diana pauses before placing an arm on my shoulder. No, don't be sorry, I shouldn't be nagging you. At least not this much. I laugh. No, I kinda appreciate it. It shows you care. Well, I'm glad that's coming through. I have always been a bit worried about you. You and me both. At the very least, you seem to be absorbing a lot of the information being thrown at you. It's almost unfair how well you do on the exams with how little you study. It's all thanks to you. You've helped me a lot with figuring out my study habits. Clearly not enough. How much did you get last night? How much sleep did you get last night? Irrelevant. I'm sure. I try to yawn discreetly into my hand, but I guess it wasn't discreet enough as our professor whips around and zeroes in on us. I can feel Diana's arm tense up on my shoulder as if we got caught doing something promiscuous. Something I should be made aware of, you two? Well, Diana stands up. Oh, well, you see... He was just helping me understand the new material about the frontal cortex. I was having trouble wrapping my head around it. She's trying to play it off. Oh, is that so? Diana, I expected better from you. And to not associate with anyone who could drag you down. I feel myself getting heated. Who the hell does this dick think he is? Would the fine gentleman like to stand up and share with the rest of the class? There are some whispers and murmurs across the room, all directed at us. I look at my peripheral. Diana has that "oh, I fucked up" look on her face. Still, I stand up. With all due respect, sir, which isn't much, I'm aware you're on tenure, but I don't think it's wise to force your job on your unemployed students. Or did you forget how much our tuition costs, along with giving a proper explanation on the frontal cortex? Gasps erupt from the rest of the class. I feel hot in the face, but I'm keeping cool. I can't say the same for our professor. I think he just snapped his new stick of chalk in two. I can see him squirm to find some kind of legal retort. Tenure or not, I'm pretty sure throwing shit at me is grounds for removal. Maybe not, but I'm not going to crack for the likes of him. I shift my hand to my hip. I'm waiting, Professor. Now he's the one looking red in the face, more so out of anger. I bet that's the most blood flow he's gotten in quite a while. He grumbles something insulting under his breath before turning angrily to write with his now broken chalk. That's what I thought, asshole. I sit back down and take a deep breath. I'm not cut out for these kind of performances. Neither is Diana. We look at each other somewhat mortified before bursting out in laughter. It's thankfully covered by the bell. I help Diana gather her notes. She has a real knack for organized chaos. I guess I've rubbed off on her as well. We make our way out of the lecture hall still laughing. Glad to see you've been taking notes from Damian. Oh yeah? How so? Well, you were a pretty timid guy growing up. I remember having to beat up your bullies for you. To be fair, you were pretty good at kung fu. Damn right. She shows off a standard kick. I have to admit, I wish I had her coordination. What's your point, though? Well, let's see. How long have you been dating Damian? I think our first anniversary is coming up. Oh, wait, really? I'll need to plan something. Anyways, wait, don't change the subject. Anyways, as I was saying, you were pretty quiet growing up. Sure, you kind of grew out of it a bit, but once you met him, you started getting, I don't know, more confident? What can I say? He's my better half. I give an exaggerated gay sigh to which Diana snorts. Well, he certainly has left an impression on you. I guess being around the star of the college basketball team will do that to you. Oh my god, stop. Someone's gonna hear you. I try to shush her, but she just covers another laugh with her hand. Guess you got some more confidence to build. Besides, weren't you on the Jumbotron together at the end of the last game? I think I'm getting a phone call. Diana crosses her arms as I struggle to pull out my phone. She has a knowing expression on her face. I slide my phone on and hold it to my face. Hello? Oh, hey mom. Yeah, no, school's doing great. School's going great. Yeah, yeah, no, I'm still adjusting, but it's going okay. And then my phone starts actually ringing and vibrating in my hand, ruining my attempt at fooling Diana. Who am I kidding? Who'd be fooled by that? I think your phone is ringing. Thank you for telling me. I'll be picking it up now. I give a slightly annoyed huff as I actually go to answer a phone call. It's from Damian, and my face immediately brightens. Hello? Hey, sorry to call. We're about to head off to our afternoon run, didn't have time to text. I just wanted to know if we're still on for tomorrow night. No worries, and yeah, I'll make sure everything's ready. You make sure to drink plenty of water, okay? Okay, you got it, dude. See you at the cafeteria for dinner? You know it. Love you. Stay safe. Love you too. The exaggerated smooch Damian makes is loud enough for Diana to hear. I almost cringe, but eventually do the same thing for him. I can hear him giggle before hanging up. He's kind of cute. I sigh happily as I stuff my phone in my pocket before turning my attention toward Diana. What? You guys are so cute. She's holding her cheek, gushing over us as she usually does. Stop. It's true, though. Young love. Diana giggles again, and with that, we continue our walk back to our dorms. So, what you got planned for tomorrow? It's a secret. Oh-ho. Don't get any ideas. Oh, I would never. I roll my eyes at that before getting my phone out to show something to her. We're going to a show tomorrow. Oh, exciting. Kind of surprised. Didn't know you were into that kind of scene. I'm really not, but Damian was so excited that this band was coming to town, I couldn't say no. I pause. Also, I do want to get out of my comfort zone, even if just a little bit. I getcha. Do you guys need a DD? Wouldn't hurt. You sure you wouldn't mind? It's a DD. Google that. Ah, designated driver. Okay. Yeah, I should know these things, but I don't. Yeah, I don't know these things. I should, but I don't. Not at all. I got tomorrow off. I'll text Damian to let him know. Thanks, Diana. I appreciate it. Of course. We chat about this and that for a little while longer before coming to the split between the dorms. They're not co-eds, so we don't actually live together. Oh, before I forget, do you want to visit the greenhouse this weekend? I don't know. I'll have to see how I'm feeling the next morning. You're not going to have a 2-day hangover. How about Sunday afternoon? I sigh through my nose. Can't get around it. I have been skimping out helping Diana the past few weekends while figuring out everything on this side of campus. I'm already hanging with Damian Friday night, and I do owe her one now. There's really no excuse. Yeah, sure, I'll see you Sunday. Want to meet for lunch then head over? It's a date. I'll see you then. Yeah, sounds good. We wave to each other as we walk down to our respective paths home. As usual, I wave to the dorm mother. As usual, I skip the faulty elevator and take the stairs. As usual, I make my way home into my dorm room. I've only been here for about a month, but at least I've got this routine down pat. Being in the master's program has its perks. I call it a dorm room, but it's almost like an apartment, complete with a kitchenette. What's best is I have the place to myself. Well, mostly, Damian spends the night a lot too. I toss my bag on the couch before grabbing a glass of water, promptly chugging it. I'm not used to the summer heat around here. As I strip off my overshirt, I look toward the bathroom. I kind of want to take a shower right now, but decide to do it at my usual time right before bed. I sleep better that way. I say that, but I'm gearing up for my afternoon nap, without any distractions. I plug in my phone, briefly lighting up the pic of Damian holding me up from behind, as I flail in his grasp. I smile at it before flopping face first in my squishy pillow, not even bothering to pull over the blankets. It's still a bit too hot for that. My eyelids start to get heavy, and I fall asleep for my afternoon nap. Yo? There's a strange ringing in my head. It's quiet, but just loud enough that I can't ignore it. I'm having trouble opening my eyes. How long was I out? It almost feels like a headache, but it's concentrated only in the back. Lifting my arm is a struggle too. Wait, am I sitting? A groan escapes my dry throat. How long have I been sitting like this? With all of my might, I lift my hands up to my face and try to rub my eyes open with my palms. Wait, what is all of this I'm feeling? I pull at it and it tugs at my scalp. It's my hair. I'm not lucid enough to panic quite yet, or maybe I am and this is just a weird dream. In any case, after some more rubbing, I manage to crack my eyes open. I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. I'm sitting in an alleyway I've never seen before. Even moving my eyes to look around is a struggle at first. I just woke up, but I already feel exhausted. I take a few breaths, which is somewhat alarming. I thought you couldn't breathe in dreams. Regardless, little by little, I start moving what I can. I can wiggle my toes and move my arms. I kind of need to move them, as my hair is getting in the way of my vision. I can hold my bangs down to nearly my sternum. The length isn't what's most concerning, though. It's the fact that my hair is an almost unnatural shade of white. That aside, I try to feel around. I'm against a wall, and my next goal is to try to stand up. My joints pop like mad. Seriously, how long have I been sitting here like this? It should not be this hard just to stand up, but my knees are trembling. Nearly hugging the wall with my side, I manage to stand up, albeit quite hunched over. Something slides off of me, but before I can look down to see what it is, I start to stumble. I jerk a bit as a wave of disorientation washes over me. My vision blurs. I can see stars. I feel dizzy, and I can't keep my breathing steady. It doesn't hurt. Nothing does. Not even the sudden upchuck of stomach acid I expel onto the ground below me. I clutch my stomach as I fall to my knees, breathing erratic. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt, but I feel like it should. I'm more confused than scared. I don't have enough time to process what little information I have as I throw up whatever was left in my stomach. It just smells like acid. And just like that, I'm back to sitting against the wall. I shut my eyes, but I can still see colors swirling around the inside of my eyelids. Without any strength, I just sit there and pant. The taste of stomach fluid still comes up from my throat with each breath, burning my mouth. I heave again, but nothing comes out this time, nothing but a guttural belch. Okay, okay, calm down, calm down, I say to myself, barely recognizing my own voice. Not surprising, it feels like the only thing to wet my throat in decades was my own bile. I clutch my head to try and control the spinning I'm feeling. After several minutes of trying to breathe calmly, my vision starts to settle. I feel disoriented, but at least I can make out what's in front of me now. Again, I look around trying to get my bearings. As I noted earlier, I'm in some alleyway. I don't know where, though. Tilting my head up, I can see that it's night. The buildings around me seem to stretch taller than they should. I look further in front of me. There are boxes blocking the alley. They're stacked pretty high. I look down to the ground and something catches my eye. Slowly, I bend over to reach over it, not wanting to upset my stomach anymore, and grab what seems to be a jacket. It's pretty big. I can stretch it out far past something that fit me. I wonder who left this here. Were they trying to cover me? Another headache hits the back of my head and I clutch the side of my face. Ugh, starting to feel nauseous again. I rest my head against the wall and immediately feel uncomfortable. It didn't hurt, but I could tell I shouldn't have done that. I reach for the back of my head. I feel bandages, and a lot of them. Along with that, I can only assume is crusted up blood. How the hell did I end up like this? Last thing I remember was hanging with Diana and making plans with Damian. I try to recollect more as much as I can. It's all scattered, like a haze is blocking me from my own memories. Oh, fuck. I exhale with a haggard breath. I'm still hoping this is just a weird dream because I can't even remember my own name. I then spend the next half hour alternating between doing breathing exercises and having an existential crisis. The more I think about myself, the more I realize I don't know who I am. I'm thinking clearly, but there's not much to think about. All I know is Diana and Damian are very close to me, and I wish they were here right now. I feel a sort of sadness at all of the things I can't remember. All of my relationships and experiences just gone. One thing's for sure, this is no dream. Maybe it's a nightmare? If it was, it'd be the most boring nightmare I've ever had. I say that, but I'm still fairly spooked. I move past the notion that I'm dreaming, however. The sensations I've felt since waking up are too real. Even so, periodically I pinch the skin of my forearm. I can definitely feel I'm pinching the skin, but I don't feel any pain. It's basically numb. Same with the back of my head. That blow I must have taken did a serious number on me. Doesn't take a doctor to figure out that's probably why I can't remember anything. Speaking of doctors, I replay the memory of myself and Diana laughing at our professor. It's the only entertainment I have. Well, kind of. I also think back to that earlier memory. I've come to accept the fact it was real. Despite the fact that my eyes were closed, it all felt so visceral to the point that I can say it happened. Someone mentioned my loss of blood and someone else covered me up. Someone left me here, but who? All I have to go on is this jacket they left behind for me. It's simple enough, but I don't recognize the style. Not that I can talk about fashion. It's better than what I have on. I can tell if I'm wearing hospital scrubs or a prison uniform. Wish I at least had some socks. The more I wake up, the more I realize how cold I am. I sigh. Eventually, I look toward the other side of the alleyway. I don't think I could move those boxes easily, if at all. Hiya! But I should at least try to look for help. I'm starting to get annoyed with my body as I struggle to do the simplest of tasks. I can hear my panting echo softly through the alley, along with something else. The sound of footsteps. I try to hold my breath. I think someone's on the other side of those boxes. Do I call out to them? Do I hide? Not that there's much room to hide. Whatever's out there starts pulling the boxes out one by one. I don't know what's in those boxes, but they don't look easy to throw around. They're just chucking them like it's nothing. I can feel my knees start to tremble. A chill runs down my spine and my teeth start to chatter. Both my knees give and I'm back on my ass against the wall. The fear's starting to get overwhelming and my vision starts to blur again. There aren't many boxes left and something starts to show between the cracks. A light. Oh god. RIP nighttime users. A flashlight. Before I know it, the ray of light is completely covering me. It's a task to lift my arms to block the beam, and even harder to keep them in the air. I was already struggling to move, without fearing for my life. I don't think I can take much more of this. I'm getting overstimulated. I feel like I'm shutting down. Just as I start to succumb to my panic, the light suddenly shifts. Slowly, I open my eyes, peeking through the cracks of my fingers. Okay. Okay. Kind of looks like barrel. Oh god, I can already feel a headache coming. It's like the person. No, the beast man holding the gun moves one step closer. Don't move, he says in a gruff, commanding voice. If I was cold before, I'm frozen now. Oh god, it's like shitting itself. Stream's like shitting itself, like, oh my god.